Plus, I did alternate my mic a little bit, so I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently. Cool. Hopefully you can hear me a little bit better. But, again, we shall see how this goes. Usually, I'm trying to buy all the gear I need to get this mic up off my desk and stand and everything, and turn this into a little bit more professional broadcast. But what we have to do sometimes is deal with what we've got, and that's what we're going to run with today. And we're going to dive right back into this in about now. So, if I remember right where we were at, we had just finished a quest, getting ready to finally finish the majority of things with this. I know, I'm probably either super quiet earlier or I'm coming in loud now. But I am trying to adjust the quality of the microphone so I don't come in like ridiculously gainy as I have been previously. Oh, that's right, I was over encumbered. Oh, so I got all these commands. What is this? What does C do? Alright, so I know I'm over encumbered. I didn't get the chance to sell anything. I remember we did a lot, so it's a good bit more work to figure out what I want to sell and what I want to get rid of. So we're going to start off nice and slow this morning with a little bit of boringness. I know. This is better than the pistol that I'm using. Fucking Mark II. That's so lame. They just fucking slapped a Mark II on. That's kind of a huge thing I've been hearing about for this game on the gunplay. Is that the guns don't tend to change enough. They just kind of slap an additional name on it and call it a gun. Which is kind of lame, but this looks like a flamethrower to be honest. So I guess it's a heavy machine gun. I don't know. 48, 110, and 5. Gotta sell some of these heavy weapons that I'm hanging on to, because it just gets to be a bit too much sometimes. The plasma carbine is interesting, but I don't think I'm really going to use it, because I have the plasma rifle, which is a little bit stronger. It's got a higher base damage, but it's got a lower full charge damage, which seems to be the only real reason I'm using a plasma rifle, at least personally. But there's also a lot of cool different... The Officer's Spine, the Inferno Sight. There's a lot of cool melee weapons that I like to kind of have. Regardless, we're going to continue through this. 625. Okay, this is something that I've used. That's right. I forgot. I switched up what I've been doing. A good bit. So, and yes, I will kind of modulate my voice a little bit as I wake up. Sorry, gotta get a good stretch in. But yeah, so we're gonna see how this goes, and I'm not trying to do this whole ASMR thing on you, but I am trying to get a little bit better mic quality, just for me and for you. To be honest, this whole mic position is untested, so I have no idea how it's gonna turn out. You are going to hear everything on my keyboard, unfortunately, as you have been, but we shall see. Okay, so Ultimatum Force. That's pretty cool. So there's a lot of decent guns that are here. I might break some of them down, but I am going to go back to the ship. There was something else I needed to do on this planet, I think. There was a reason I hadn't left yet. I don't care about my completed quests, I just want to see my ditched quests. That's what I need to do. Okay, so there's still a bit more on Roseway I need to deal with, but I'm only going into the ship. I'm not leaving. I'm just Gonna dismantle some gear, get some more weapon parts, possibly mod up one of my weapons here. And we shall continue. Anyway, I hope you guys have been having a good week. Mine was...
I believe I hear
oddly
Felix
stressful.
and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
I'm gonna hang on to 2 of these, I guess. I don't want to get rid of my original plasma rifle because I like the thing. This I can probably break down. I like... Oh, maybe not. Okay. Long guns. It's got good gear. It's got a good weapon and everything to it, but... I'm not trying to waste my sniper ammo on that. So yes, I am breaking down weapons. I don't want to do it too much, but I do want to break down some and at least clean things up. Go back to the officers' quarters maybe, and or the captain's quarters, and store some of these special items that I have. Wow, those are really good. I should give those to Parvati. Anyway. Yeah, I wanted to store most of these special ones. Yeah, I'm trying to save most of my gear, as you can tell. I'm very hesitant. Parvati. Appearance. These are better. Her engineering skill is up. Alright. So I did what I wanted to do. I dismantled some gear and got some weapon parts. Fun times barrel. What can I do for you? Let's see if I can put a mod on this. Ah, sure grip. Weapon durability. Okay, yeah, that could be useful. I am probably going to remove the plasma cutter and replace it with something else for Parvati. Speed grip 66. This would be a little bit better for her. But it is poison damage instead of having the Reaper damage, or the plasma damage, which is really good for melees. Honestly, it's the plasma damage that seems to be the best across the board, because it kind of burns and melts through armor. But this would be better against, like... I'll let her decide what she wants to do with it. Felix, I don't care if you like a toss ball stick. I'll give you this. Vicar, I honestly hate you. I don't want you to be on my crew anymore. Yeah, I don't like this guy. Let me get rid of this toss ball stick, because I don't need it. Alright, now that I've minimized all this carry weight, let's go fast travel to Roseway and possibly just go back to where I was. And then walk back, rescue the scientist that went weird. Parvati and Felix, yeah. Okay. Now, I know there was a quest I had elsewhere. That was like over here. So let's fast travel to the covert lab, see if we can rescue this assistant, and continue on with our day. But, again, I know it's kind of crazy. Let's go rescue Jameson. Because I love whiskey. Obviously, I am not one to be sponsored by anyone, because I, for one, am honestly just... I guess I'm not that interesting of a person. I haven't developed enough of a... I don't have enough clout for for that, which is fine. I don't really give a shit about Cloud anyway, but okay, so what do we got? Now, okay, this is the Deadeye Assault Rifle. I thought I had a full-fledged sniper rifle. Okay, I guess I don't.
Take him down!
Oh, this is it. Felix went down. I'm not gonna lie, these guys definitely went way too far when it came to like just making toothpaste, so some of them kind of deserve to die. I'm also a bit of an asshole, so. And as you know, I loot fucking everything. I am a hoarder, hands down, especially when it comes to survival
That's gotta be
games.
where Mr. Jameson is. He's okay.
What are you? Oh, you're a mechanical sentry, huh? Do I have anything electrical damage? I do not, but I'll try you out.
One down.
So I will say this has a much faster fire rate. It is a little bit more useful at times. Am I over encumbered again? Jesus! How much weight can I carry? Oh, I'm not. I'm not over encumbered. Does one of my guys like not have a weapon? What is that like symbol that's just flashing at the bottom? Do one of my weapons need to be reloaded? So these two use actually the same type of ammo, which I'm not too thrilled about. That's why I wanted to have a melee with me. Whoa, you are almost broken. I need to repair you. I use you way too much, and you're like broken now. Okay. Did not notice that. So mechanicals, huh?
Here we go!
Okay, so because there's a Mark II pistol here, I am going to take and use that just to conserve ammo a bit.
Still got it.
Beginnings. Next level. Neutralized. Sit accurate.
Here they come!
And now I'm over encumbered again. So, lovely. Didn't realize you were alive.
That had to hurt.
Great.
Oh my god. Did I not see this door earlier? No, I did. It just closed itself? Okay, cool. Oh, awesome. Can sell some of this gear I've been picking up. Let me sell this junk. again, I'm selling a whole bunch of stuff that I don't really need. You know, the shot cannon probably would have been useful earlier. Yeah, as you know, I'm always on the hunt for some secrets, boys and girls. Now, give me those cigarettes! Give me my cigarettes! Okay, that was pipe patch. I'm sorry, I thought it was cigarettes. Not Roseway Gardens. That's out of the way. I don't know there. Did not mean to do that. Oh, come on.
Nice and quick.
Well, he died horribly. It's okay though. I honestly didn't think he was gonna be alive. Usually when people say they send their lab tech out to do something, well, that's a water.
One down.
Oh fuck! Didn't see him at all. Did you guys? 'Cause I did not. Let's go back into that and maybe use my sniper rifle as it should be used.
All right.
Here we go.
Don't mess with the best. Right, here we go.
Look out, Cap. That's gotta hurt.
Cleaning house. Freaking landmines. Did I already loot the scout I slaughtered?
He messes with you, boss.
I get XP for hunting. Seriously? So from the looks of things, when they retreated back, they closed the door behind on their own fucking people. It's despicable.
What do you think you're doing?
Oh, whoops.
Damn right we left the lab. What's left there that's worth dying for?
You let them get away. Worthless, the lot of you.
Well, you get what you pay for, don't you?
That no-account fool Porter and his crew are even more worthless than I could have imagined. They've abandoned their posts. This is madness. Jameson. I didn't do right by him, did I? Only cared about how he helped or hurt my research. Not in this colony, there isn't. But success here will get me to Byzantium. I'll have recognition, money, proper facilities. It's the only place to lead a life of meaning in this system.
Cool. So I leveled up again. I gotta figure out what I want to do. Yeah, I'm probably gonna lie to him.
You've returned. What news? Please tell me you've recovered my research. Without my work to focus on, I find myself tending towards darker paths of inquiry. My research? Please tell me you've recovered it. That's all manner of distressing. There truly is nothing left for me. I suppose we're finished here.
Had to be done. Honestly, Raptidons deserve better than that bullshit. I need to bring that to Gladys, so. Does that count as a botched quest? It does not. Awesome. What is this, Hawaii? So slow.
Any news? On that thing we spoke about? You know, that thing? Lay it on me. As little as possible. I mean, yeah. I'm Staff, endocrinologist. We've been studying a load of Raptidons hauled in from Monarch. Ask Dr. Crane. All I know is my bit, analyzing the Raptidon equivalent of hormones. Mostly they're leptin analogs. Raptidons have 4 different varieties. Concentrations vary based on the season.
Interesting.
Can't hardly imagine having so much food you'd have to trick yourself into not eating it.
It was like that when we got here. I heard it had been shut down for years. But the toilet's flush and the roof doesn't leak. Much. Hey, whatever. I've had days like that. Want to talk about peptides? I've got, like, amazing stories about cortistatin. Don't keep me in suspense. Did you get my stuff? I mean, not mine. It's for other parties. Buyers. No kidding? You're the best! This is gonna make me so popular. I mean, with the people who buy it, not by using it. Because I'm not. Take this. You earned it. If you run into me again after all this is over, maybe I'll have more. Pleasure doing business with you. Better days are coming. I can smell them.
Okay, so I think I'm holding on to too much food. Potentially. That might be why it's so weighty. Yeah, that might be why. There's 47 pounds of Reptidon meat in my inventory. Fucking hauling around meat like it's my goddamn job. For fuck's sake, man. I'm the meat hauling meat sacker. I don't fucking know what I'm saying, people.
I think I missed.
What Felix and Provider you're using? Heavy weapons. You're using a grenade launcher. Provider. Okay, I give you more. That's cool. I don't really like the flamethrowers. The guns don't really change much. Honestly, I don't know why anyone would take these, because they're not useful. Like, none of those are advantageous, like, whatsoever. Don't really know why anyone would take any of these perks. It's like, yeah, it's an additional perk, but it's like... not a decent adjustment. Like, it's just bad, period.
Hail, Captain. Your return time is within 14% of the expected value.
Hey, Captain. I got a thing I want to ask you. It's kind of big.
Drop my thing.
I was thinking about what you said after we went to the Lost Hope on the Groundbreaker. I reckon you're right. I think I'm ready to stop fretting and fussing and ask Junlei to go steady, straight out. And I'm thinking of doing it here, on the ship.
Bringing her to meet the family, huh? Bold move.
I was kind of hoping you'd offer. The thing is, I can't ask her over like this. I mean, look at me. I'm all covered in engine grease and I ain't showered in nigh on a week. Smell like sweat most days and, well, don't look too close to my fingernails. I was thinking, hoping, we could stop by Groundbreaker for bath supplies. Oh, that nice older lady in the rest and go, Miss Gladys? She seemed to know lots of things. Maybe she knows where to find fancy soap. I mean, only if you're not busy. Or when you're heading through Groundbreaker for something else. You don't gotta change plans on account of me. Anyhow, next time we dock in Groundbreaker, let me know. 'Cause I wanna come with.
Well, luckily I was headed to Groundbreaker anyway, so I suppose that works out. Alright. So, I've got 10 points of skills to figure out what we're going to go into. Is very competent because of my bonus support with the Raptidon Handler's Armor and support Persuade because I've got people with me. I don't really care for heavy weapons much. The dialogue has come up to be pretty useful sometimes. Actually, I think I'll just put it like this. Yeah, that seems a little bit better. We're gonna go fly back, talk to Gladys.
Welcome back, Captain.
Howdy.
How can I be of assistance?
You cannot.
Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear? A neutron walks into a bar and asks, "How much for a Rizzo's rum and something?" Leering, the bartender replies, "For you? Large."
Ah, 'cause it's a neutron.
As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders. I request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return. Destination reached. The Groundbreaker. The repair station is currently idle.
Issuing sanitation ticket. Error! Refill printer paper. Thank you, customer. Warning! Raptidon claws carry bacteria and have the potential to cause organic death due to massive amounts of blood loss. Service cancellation request processing.
Oh, okay, so Sam is now a unit I can keep with me on the team. Alright, well, I don't really need an automaton, so... Parvati and Felix.
Hey, be careful with those crates, huh? My cargo's worth a lot. Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering. Got a hot one for you. Captain Gunnar McRed. Just 26 hours old. The posting, that is. Not the criminal. Allegations include several counts of flying under the influence, carrying open alcoholic containers, failure to pay docking fees, resisting arrest, and assaulting not one, but 2 officers. Swerving in the air was more like it. Then he crashed hard into the dock and tumbled out of his ship and fled on foot.
Idiot.
Spilled Rizzo's Violet Spectrum vodka all over Officer Hartley. An affront of its own, considering none of us are approved for anything higher than green spectrum. Kicked one right in the kneecap while he poked the other in the eyes. McRed's lucky we're too backlogged right now to hunt him down ourselves. But if our resources clear up and we catch him before some contractor does, I fully plan to lock him in ISO with them 2 officers he wounded. Thinking he won't like that one bit. Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork. You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you. Assuming the nature of the incident is both sufficient cause for infraction and under our jurisdiction, I'll take your statement and open an investigation into the matter. Now then, what's happened? Bit of a contradictory one, ain't you? Or were you making an ill-attempted joke? Well, I suppose it ain't a crime to change one's mind. You need me, you know where my offices are.
Got it. Inside voices.
So this game's very geared towards, like, stealing. Bard. What the hell's back there?
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Remember Auntie Cleo? Because she remembers you. When you were sick, who took your temperature? When you were hungry, who gave you a needle full of love? Auntie Cleo, that's who. Have you given your auntie a hug today? This is Halcyon News, reminding you that there's no I in news, no we in Halcyon.
Huh?
Rizzo's Knock You Out Bar. A CCN 76 milk chocolate bar with caramel and pecan.
Have you tried our dehydrated water tablets? Just add air.
Oh, it's Martin. Hey, Martin. Still wearing the hat?
How observant. I'm authorized to state that this uniform is more than headgear. It's a state of mind, and our customers know the difference. Have a look.
42% discount. This guy's rad.
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time. Of course, most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades. Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown. Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't like. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. But I think there's more to it. She's unusual in the head, that one. Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who rode this ship on the crossing. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox. While Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes, Groundbreaker remains free. Didn't quite catch that. You'll have to speak up. Huh. Now that I heard. Oh, I'm sorry. Was this your room? I'll just move along. Wait, this is almost certainly my room. That's my underwear on the floor.
Have you had a moment to look into that little opportunity I told you about on Roseway? You don't hurry up. Someone will get to snooping around there before you do. What's that? Speak up now. What'd you turn up? These corporations, I tell you. Once they get an idea into their big, dense heads, there's no getting it out again. Can't imagine how I'll offload this. But waste not, want not, I suppose. A shame you didn't visit old Gladys first. That would have fetched a good price. I may have thrown in a batch of my famous sugar cookies just to sweeten the deal. If Leo's exporting wraps from Monarch, golly me, someone's going to be in the soup when they get caught. Bless your slippery little fingers. Isn't that just a shame? Prototype schematics go for a fair handful of bits around here. Are you positive? Honest to goodness? Can't say I wasn't hoping for more, but I suppose it can't be helped. Law bless you for doing the legwork, sweetie. Don't forget your pal Gladys now. You can come visit anytime. I think I got just the thing, my dear. A few years back, Auntie Cleo's put out a home makeover kit, and I snagged a couple for myself. High-grade shampoo and conditioner, scrubby brush, a nice lotion, that sort of thing. I still got 'em, too.
What's the scrubby brush for?
Cleaning around your nails, sweetheart. Gets the engine grease out. Makes your hands soft. Most folk don't got the time. Or bathtubs for such, me included. I'll let you have one on clearance. You want rosish, mock apple and cinnamon, or refurbished ship?
Oh, gosh. We never talked about what kind of smells she likes. I think pretty much every spot on Groundbreaker just smells like old socks.
It comes down to what sort of intent you got. If I was looking to do a spy job over in engineering, I'd be safe with refurbished ship. Now, if I was a young thing trying to come on all precious-like, I'd probably go with rosish. But if I was doing it for my own self, I'd pick mock apples and cinnamon.
I guess you could eeny-miny-moe it?
Take your time, dear. A lady's scent says a lot about her. Take your time, dear.
Yeah, huh?
Gracious. I was just sitting down for tea. What do you want, then? My hard-earned wisdom? That's right, dearie. The only independent station in the colony. That's us. Though for how long, I can't say. That all depends on Miss Junlei. The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will.
Dude, this guy's looking right at me. How the hell do I deal with him?
Carry on.
Don't make any smart moves.
It's almost time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. Care to listen with me? Fantastic. Do be careful with it, dear, as these keys tend to be a tad hard to acquire. You should have a chat with Lilia Hagen in the Sublight offices. She's a dear. You'll love her. Now, was there anything else? Straight to the point, eh? Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you it's on account of all the monsters on Monarch desperate to gobble you up. Because that's what the board tells them, you see. I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of the colony, and they're trying to hide the evidence. Those board folk are real prideful-like. Never want you looking behind the curtain, lest you see their derrieres. But old Gladys knows the score. The whole colony's not much more than a diorama, showcasing one board screw-up after another. That's why we gotta keep them from getting their grubby mitts on Groundbreaker. She's our mess. Probably. Every once in a while, we get these snippets of radio chatter. Edna shows them to me. Some man hooting and hollering about the light in us all. Claims he's transmitting from Monarch, but who knows if that's true. Might be true. Might be some new trick from the board. Oh, a little of this, a little of that. I buy and sell items that require discretion to dispose of. Knickknacks. Curios. I also knit throw pillows stuffed with the hair of famous tossball players. But that's more of a passion project.
Please tell me you're not the reason Black Hole Birdie shaved his head in the last pennant match.
Well, Mr. Holcomb did win his pennant, didn't he? But that's not what you wanted to talk about, is it, dear? Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you.
This is Halcyon News.
A plasma launcher? Well, that's interesting. I didn't mean to do that. Did I not start? I did. I totally forgot to start my my time count. But looking at the time, it is approximately an hour and a half after I started this little excursion. Again, I apologize. This is one of those games that takes some
I've seen all
time.
12 episodes of Terror on Monarch. Kind of an expert.
I'm gonna be able to set foot on a whole other planet. I know, Mona. Mark's a moon. I think it counts anyhow.
What was that?
What was that?
What do you think you're doing?
Not a peep from me.
All right, fine. Get out of here.
That's actually pretty cool. That could be useful.
If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late. Won a charming copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub. She's a fierce arm wrestler, but she's no match for your pal Gladys.
Let's see what she's got. Nothing great. And ray damage. Huh. New type of damage, huh? Can I not pickpocket yet? What the fuck? It's 40. Son of a bitch. Alright, well.
Where are we headed?
It's almost time for today's episode of The
So
Chairman's
I'm gonna
Children.
get her the rose
Care to listen
and
with
stuff,
me?
and then we're gonna keep on rolling with this. We are almost out of time here, but I am gonna get one of those soaps, and we're gonna end this on a little
Most folk
romance.
don't got the time. Or bathtubs for such,
for
me included.
the
I'll let you
whole
have one on
thing.
clearance. You want rosish, mock apple and cinnamon, or refurbished?
We didn't have anything rosish in Edgewater. I heard it smells real pretty, though.
I'll just wrap that up for you, since it's for a special occasion.
I'll pay for that, ma'am. Thanks for being so helpful.
You're welcome, dear.
Alright.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
I have a task. So I'm gonna go do that task right quick.
CNT pancake mix. Now we're
Oh, neat! They got stuff in here I ain't seen in ages.
Wonder if they got some type of secret chip.
What was your family like, Felix? Did you ever know him?
I never knew him. I was a stowaway. That's what they call orphans who grow up in the back bays.
Oh, gosh. I'm sorry. I must have been lonesome.
Come on, Parvati, who you talking to? Imagine me pining after my family. Yeah, I suppose that was a touch lonesome. But hey, look at me now. I made it. I got a ship and everything.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the unreliable? Sure you are. Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door. Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn? These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come. A little advice. Before you start telling lies, get a feel for who you're talking to. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere.
Shit.
Is Ada still at the helm? I don't know how many times I told Hawthorne to restore that smartass to factory settings. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings, but there's a catch.
Does this make us Sublight agents now?
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested? First, an embargo that's been active ever since the board pulled its forces off-world. Few regulations, plenty of freedom. And second, all the goodies that no one had time to pack. One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage, but he went dark before he could spill the goods. We arranged a drop at the Saltuna warehouse's loading dock. Find whatever he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My gal Catherine will be expecting you. When the board pulled out of Monarch, they buried or sealed anything they couldn't carry off-world. Apparently, one of Catherine's teams uncovered an abandoned lab with full tanks of Alta Vitae gas. A few of my contractors run flights in there and out again, working around the board embargo. We keep the community lubricated with a steady supply of booze and unconventional erotica. Byzantium kids with more money than sense can thank Sublight for their good time. One of my guys filmed a Raptidon grinding on an automech. Didn't end well for anyone, including the cameraman.
Gross.
It's exactly 1 million bits per cubic meter. Before you get too excited, the only thing rarer than Alta Vitae gas is a reliable buyer. Dangerous stuff. Acid for the nuclein in your cells. It's no good to anyone outside of a lab. Now, get going. Catherine will brief you on the details when you check in with her at Fallbrook. One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes in the back of your head. Understood? Could be. You'll do fine. Probably nothing to worry about. Probably.
I ain't worried if you aren't, Captain. Honest.
CNP Borston Baked Beans. When you need to eat and run, Borston Baked Beans is the only one.
wondering what they do with their waste. I guess they just chuck it down here.
Damn it! Clean my boots this morning.
Probably gonna die.
Head down, boss!
Don't jump down waste salvage holes. Let's break my legs, shall we? Yeah! Oh, come on, let me break my legs.
BNP, I can't believe it's not forced. You can how good it is.
I'm gonna need another shower after this.
How about I stay up top? You know, keep watch. Okay?
Don't mess with us. Nobody boss. Everyone all right?
Great work.
Hey, how'd you get back there?
Why did we expect you out here again?
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? That's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to show you. Why, it gets you the weapon best suited for your lifestyle.
Yeah, like wrapping barbed wire around a tossball stick.
All the better for performing a little percussive maintenance.
Take your basic Deadeye assault rifle. Perfectly serviceable. But what if you like finesse? Slap a scope and silencer on that bad boy. Bunker down in a bush someplace and pop off heads. What if you like getting in close and making a lot of noise? Extended ammo magazine and a barrel heatsink to bump up rate of fire.
Alright.
A what? Sorry, hon. Here at Bell's Shells, we just don't discuss impolite topics, and WARRA and TIES tops the list. Right here for a start. I got a fair selection. Modified weapons are my specialty. So, what can I get you?
Again, this one has been a little bit boring, at least on my end of things. I know, I haven't been talking all that much. I'm trying to get very into this game very thoroughly and just go out and enjoy it. But, you know, sometimes you gotta figure it out on your own. Let's see what you got to buy. Okay, so it's the mods that she wants. Mega 2 zap. I like having a silencer. Mr. Ouch. Power attack damage. Yeah, I'll buy it.
This is Halcyon News.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crop.
Okay, so now I got enough for stealth. Just the weight of consumables, carry capacity from companions, that's pretty nice. Bonus to dialogue skills is pretty important.
Triple flakes and purple berry flavored power nuggets. Now with 12% more.
So if I can go back to Auntie Cleo. Maybe now I can steal from her.
Huh?
What was that? What was that?
What do you think you're doing? All right, scram.
What do you think you're doing?
So Groundbreaker's starting to like me. I need to up my sneak a good bit more though.
Rizzo's Purple Berry
Let's see if I can talk to somebody. I know, I said I would stop this, but it's probably going to be about a 2 hour little gameplay. I might break it up. I probably
CNP near maple syrup.
lazy and I don't
It's
feel
near
like
this.
doing it. So as a result, wrong spot.
You been following that syrup?
CNP pancake mix now requires no mixing. Seriously, don't mix it.
Keep your sights out, friend.
You ever wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
For the last ratchet on rotten time, leave me in peace! You
need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone. Criminy. She really ain't gonna drop this, is she? Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen. What do you think you're doing?
Ah, sorry for the misunderstanding. The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. Udon Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than owes me. What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear. Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items.
I like
3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood-tier diamond,
Not like a whole lot,
last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope,
got like
had surfaced for the first
neat
time in
kinda
70 years.
romanticism to it. Just getting by, just screwing like over corrupt people. Maybe I'm just diving a little bit too much into Robin Hoodism, but I don't know. I've always kind of liked the thievery. I thought it was like an interesting aspect because there's a lot of like different skills you need to have to be able to do that properly, and having that very particular set of skills could make things. It could set you down a line of events that might be beneficial or deadly, which I just think is neat. I think it's a neat aspect of things. I am not a thief, but I think it'd be cool if we all had like ninja skills and could just kind of show up places. Am I a loon? Like, I don't know. I think it'd be cool to like know a thief and like plan a heist. Again, I'm saying this publicly now. I should not be saying that. But yeah, all that aside, as cool as it might be because of all the video games I've played where I've enjoyed like going through and doing that, specifically GTA, and then of course, who doesn't love the Mission Impossible movies or like Ocean's 8? Anyway, moving on.
If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
I'm a baller.
This is Halcyon News. We...
How do you do? Ah, how might I assist you? Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases. That's not unreasonable.
Boss, you can't be serious. The board's got no right to just enslave another human being.
That's where you're wrong, young man. Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate? I quite concur. It's refreshing to deal with someone practical for a change. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment.
I'm an asshole.
Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
I didn't mean to do that.
How do you do? Ah, how might I assist you?
I forgot to pocket her.
Got it. Inside voices.
When you can pickpocket a thief, you know you're a better thief.
How do you do? Ah, how might I assist you? Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases. I think you may have underestimated the size of Miss Doyle's debt. If you'll look over this itemized bill. I am extremely anguished, Captain. Please respect my feelings in this difficult time.
Nice one, Bedford. Everybody knows you were never engineered to have feelings.
Be careful you don't irritate my guards, Mr. Millstone. You might not like their rather narrow understanding of what constitutes excessive force. I'm glad we could come to an accommodation. You may inform Miss Doyle that our collections agent will be recalled. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
So, I don't know why anyone would ever just tell him flat out. I'm curious, but...
Wish I could say it was good to see.
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better-than-average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off. If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent. But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version. It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things that gets under my skin. She helped me win a bet. We were on a smuggling run planetside when our point man bet me I couldn't outrun a mantisaur.
They're not that fast.
And as you can probably guess, the thing was faster than it looked. Probably would have caught me if Jesse hadn't picked it off. Yeah, but the important thing is I won the bet. You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain.
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie. We're real happy to have you.
Bye-bye, Felix.
Something on your mind? I'm a surgeon by training and a pirate by inclination. Not much else to know, Captain. I like long walks on the promenade and the smell of Spacer's Corona. I make a mean zero-G cocktail and I've got a meaner right hook. Sure do. Some of it was even legal.
No way.
There's a lot of business that goes through the Groundbreaker. Some of it's board-authorized freight hauling, and some of it's not. I've done all types of work with all kinds of crews. If there's one thing you ought to know about me, it's that I won't tell you your business. Your ship, your way. Glad to hear it. It's worked for me this long. Well, my blood type is AB positive. I'm a Leo, and I despise Space Hospital. Never mind what anyone else tries to tell you. That about covers it. Aw, come on. That stuff's boring.
You're deflecting.
Look, the thing I've learned about living in close quarters is that you've got to give people room to breathe. I'm all for making a few bits together and having fun doing it, but let's keep a little professional distance. No complaints here.
Alright, what are your specialties, Ellie? You're a surgeon, so you have a spine. So does she. Probably a mistake to do that. Both have an officer's spine, but whatever! We're gonna continue on our journey. One medical, nice. I like having a
Rizzo's knock you out. A CCN 76 milk chocolate bar with caramel and peach. Three nuts in it. It's time for a KYO.
I hope this fancy soap we got is extra strength. I'm feeling a mite ripe. Oh, thanks, Captain. I'm gonna put these someplace safe. In her messages, Junlei said her mama used to make this dish for Monarch. Dustback casserole. Saltuna and xenogold needle mushrooms. And then for dessert, there's a thing called, sweetheart cake. It's made with almond paste and wax gourds. There's gotta be some place in Stellar Bay that can bake a casserole. And I heard tell there's a Rizzo's town near there called Cascadia what specializes in sweets. Captain. I know I'm asking an awful lot, but I'm sure it's gonna be worth it.
She's going with the big old grand gesture. Gesture.
You see we had a conveyor pull in? One of them
Alright, I think I'm gonna do his quest and probably get rid of him. Hopefully. We'll see. I'm gonna bring the medical doctor. I'm gonna bring the doctor! And I'm gonna bring Mr. Persuasion himself. We're gonna continue on in the next video, of course.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
Young Millstone, you look pensive.
I don't know what that means, but I've been thinking. It ain't easy carrying a torch for the Rangers.
I understand. The Rangers' victories are your victories. Their defeats are likewise crushing.
You serious? Wow, Max. Never expected you to understand.
This may come as a surprise to you, Felix, but I understand what it is to be a fan.
That's so. You know something? Maybe I was wrong about you.
To be a fan is to cultivate a mental disorder. You're living vicariously through a tossball team.
Nah, I was right the first time. You're a git, Max.
Thing on your mind?
I could spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. Little else in this colony offers such a relaxing pastime. So, tell me what's on your mind. I excel at confessional listening. I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope. And you were my only hope of getting it translated. What about you? What's your story? And how did he do that? Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the moment I believe you. What are you going to do now? That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk your life now that it's been returned to you? Oh, I see. You have my condolences.
Broke my legs again. Ooh.
Welcome back, Captain. Now that you have acquired a nav key to Stellar Bay, would you like me to contact Dr. Wells?
Okay, so you know what? I'm probably gonna go to Monarch anyway and do that quest.
Message from Dr. Wells. He'd like to congratulate you on finding a route to Monarch.
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the Board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the Board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch. No, never. Monarch is a hotbed of political activity. I can't imagine why Hiram set up shop there. Cuisine, perhaps? I certainly wouldn't call it boring, especially if your idea of fun involves navigating a hostile biosphere populated by carnivorous monsters.
Great!
You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound. Come see me in my lab. I'll answer any questions you have. Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
Captain, an unusual wavelength is coming through Monarch's aether wave frequencies.
The eternal is in us all. The OSI would have you believe that your place in society, indeed in the universe, is preordained. A man who works in the mines of Hephaestus, coating his lungs in mercury dust for not but a few bits a night. This fate is set in stone? When he dies young, coughing up black blood, his part in the grand plan? No, I say. Greatness is in everyone. Not just those so fortunate as to have been born into prosperity.
That was unexpected and odd.
I like that guy.
Considering the origins of the transmission, I imagine you may have such an opportunity when we visit Monarch,
It'll
Captain.
be interesting to bring him with the
How
vicar.
can I be of assistance? See you soon, Captain.
Alright, let's check out this warning dangerous landing pad. I'm only doing this because I feel like it's gonna be fun.
Now keep quiet.
You have found him the hard way, Captain?
Let's go. Living is a...
Oh, great. Fuck you. I'm stronger than your average dick. Fucking little ass
This is
bitch.
a wild wasteland. Danger and adventure surely await us.
Hope you. Whoo, yeah! Alright. On the Ultra. Ooh, baby! That
Don't
was
have hazard pay.
awesome. Holy shit. I'm gonna get all sorts out of this. I know I am. So this is on hard mode, so if you didn't think that was a challenging fight, it very much was. That was exciting. And I'm actually just going to end the video on that. We just landed on Monarch. We finished a couple of quests. We did a lot of chatting. We got Pravarti ready for her date. Pravati, whatever the fuck her name is, perverted. No. She's actually really sweet. But yeah, so we've done a lot here today in this particular episode. I don't know if I'm going to record more today, but we shall find out. In the meantime, I'm going to take a save right here. On top of this, I'm glad I managed to kick the shit out of all of them. That was awesome. Anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed that. As you can tell, I only have one save game. I am overriding it. I don't tend to go back and do much accidentally. I didn't want to sell the medic over here, or whatever the thief. I thought I could make her my thrall. But I couldn't, which kind of sucks. So I'll take Ellie with me. No biggie. Anyway, I landed in this dangerous landing pad, even though I already spent the 10,000 caps to land safe. I'm glad I did, because I got this nice, fantastic, high damage sniper rifle. But honestly, it really doesn't feel like that big of a reward, because the gun is exactly the same older version. It's just kind of a stronger weapon, which I don't really like. But I mean, it's neat. I like the melee weapon choice variety that they've given us so far. But, I mean, here we go. It's been good times so far, so we're gonna keep playing eventually. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've enjoyed all of it. I honestly, I genuinely, if you're sitting down and watching all this with me for the whole fucking, like, series, thank you so much. Like, it's an amazing thing that you're gonna sit down and actually hang out with my dumb ass for a little while, especially when I go off and just try to get as immersed into the game as I possibly can. I know I haven't been entirely the most active and everything, so I'm quitting the game. I already saved. Yes, do or do not. No, there is no try. But yeah, it has been a lot of fun going through this game with you guys so far. I have things to do today. It is 9 o'clock now, so I've been like recording for 2 hours or so, so this is going to be a long upload again. I suppose I probably shouldn't be doing them in this length, because y'all probably don't have all the time to watch all these, and I for that. Like, these are long ass videos, I get it, and some of the sections you might want to skip through. I understand that, like, totally reasonable. Like, I work for a living full time, so this is just something I do on the hobby, or as a hobby, and we continue through it all afterwards. Anyway, thank you guys again so much for watching. If you like the video, please if you like the video, please give me a like, give me a subscription. We can see and hang out more of this stuff, because eventually I want to try and get to do more Let's Plays like this. That's just a hobby, but the reality is it does take up a lot of time, especially on games like these, to play through an entire campaign. And I didn't really realize how much time it took up previously, but since I'm trying to do this in a recorded like segment where I'm trying to sit down for an hour and like present myself and like do this whole entertainment thing, it's a lot more work than not work, but like it don't get me wrong, it's a lot of fun. But it's a lot more like mental preparation. I feel like it's a task to a certain extent. It is kind of like it is a task. It's not like just leisure. Like, yes, the game is leisure. Don't get me wrong. It's a leisure activity to do these recordings and everything. But a lot of the time, I'm not just like doing this for me. I'm trying to like, oh yeah, I have to be slightly entertaining. I have to remember, oh right, I'm talking to myself, but I'm also talking to an audience. So it's hard because most of the time if I'm playing these games, I'm just going through and I'm just going to be like mostly silent because that's what you do when you're playing a game. You're becoming immersed in it. And maybe you don't like my dialogue options as much, and I haven't been like evaluating them as dearly as I usually, or at least as I have previously. Most of that's because honestly I have my own opinions and I'm going to play the game the way I'd like to play it. And if you like that, awesome. I don't really have the time to like set up streams and or the ability to set up streams and do this and then record it that way. Plus, I don't have the publicity to try and like get a chat involved with what should I do? Who wants to go on this adventure or this adventure or this adventure? No, I'm going to play the Outer Worlds as I want to play it right now. And that's just how it's going to be. And generally, I'm playing it like I played Skyrim and like I played anything else. I'm not trying to be a bad person. I'm not trying to go around murdering anybody. That's just genuinely not who I am. Anyway, and some people will be like, oh yeah, that's not who I am at all. But like, that's what I'll do because it's a video game. It's meant to have fun. Let's go do stupid things that we should do. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I see that. But like, if you lose access to other quests because of it, I'm not trying to do it, you know? Anyway, it has been fun. I don't know how I got off in that little rant. It has been fun. I'm looking forward to continuing this all with you. And eventually I will get a new mic stand, so it'll be right up in my face with my Blue Yeti. And it'll have like a little mic protector to protect me from like spitting into my mic and preserve the life of the damn thing. But yeah, I hope you guys just won't have to deal with so much like clattering on the keyboard and all that. And I do want to like make this channel a little bit more professional eventually, but we'll see how it goes. Honestly, right now it's more just me playing a game by myself, and occasionally like my one or two friends that I talk about it will watch it. Maybe a little bit, maybe just a wee bit. But like, it's not a monetized thing at all. Right now it's just a hobby. Anyway, give me a like and subscribe if you feel like hanging out and seeing more games that I play with, either with my friends doing stupid shit or just, you know, going about it. Anyway, y'all have a fantastic rest of your weekend, a fantastic rest of your week, rest of your month, rest of your year. Even if I never hear from you again, or if you never hear from my dumbass again, thank you for spending at least 2 hours or so watching any of these videos. And I don't know if you like jumped into the beginning or like have just rocked it like this, but like, this is cool to me. And I'm probably going to go back and watch the whole playlist at some point just to reflect and kind of like experience what it's like as an observer in me playing a video game and potentially improve myself as I go through these later on. I don't actually review any of this. Like, this is all just unedited clips, obviously. Unedited, unscripted. There's not that much work that goes into this. It's literally just, I literally rolled out of bed, which is right here to my left, like maybe 2 feet over there. You can't see it, but like literally like maybe 3 feet from where I'm sitting, my bed is right there. Like, I could probably lean over and touch it. Listen for it. I don't know if you heard that. I know this is a directional mic, so hold on. Let me try to point it over that way. Literally just slapping my bed. Anyway, thank you guys so much again for watching. If you want to hang out, please follow the playlist, watch through the whole thing, or don't. Up to you. Please, for God's sake, do not watch all of these videos all at once. That's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going off and off and off and round and round and round. Gotta get my day started. Need to get some coffee in me, or some tea. Probably some calming jasmine tea. No? Okay. Anyway, y'all, I do have some things to do today on this nice rainy Saturday here on the East Coast of the USA. So, anyway, adios, y'all. Seriously, thank you again. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you just hanging out and watching this, even though I'm embarrassed about it. Not like embarrassed, but it's like, oh no, they know something about me. It's weird when you're in a dialogue with someone that knows more about you than you know about them. It's interesting. But I guess that's my life, so. Anyway, I've continued this and rambled on for way too long, and I'm glad you skipped it. Or you didn't. It's up to you, so you're just listening to these little, like, quirks of me being human and weird and quirky, so yeah. Alright. Yeah, that's about all I had to say. I got through it way ago, and I keep cycling back and being repetitious and saying the same goddamn bullshit all over again. What the hell are you, son? A broken record? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. It's way too early to be this loud. My neighbors are probably gonna get all sorts of pissed off. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next part. Peace out.